There are themes that I deeply appreciate in DBD that give the game diversity and make one chapter feel more different than the other. It feels great to finally have an original sci-fi themed chapter, and I would have never expected us to get a western themed chapter in a game like DBD. I think chapters that have characters centered around a certain theme or time period is what makes a chapter very special. It makes the game more open to other potential themes that I think can give DBD a breath of fresh air. Don't get me wrong, and Transmission is definitely a breath of fresh air. I love Singularity. Singularity is an extremely fun killer, map dependent but very fun killer. But I would love for be able to continue that route and give us chapters we would barely see coming. Having a chapter solely themed around the Noir times, film Noir to be specific, I think will add a unique touch to DBD. We have some characters whose lore took place during the 1940s to 1950s, but the chapters never fully represented or were trying to be based around the Noir-esque style chapter aesthetic. I'm talking about a chapter where the killer heavily looks like they're from that time period, maybe like a corrupt agent who went off the books and tried to control people by hypnotizing them with a sort of hypno gun for his own personal gain. Even down to the music where the lobby and chase music has a jazz Noir type of tone to it, something like this. I really think we should have more indoor maps in the game, so I think a cool map for a chapter like this could be some sort of base or corporation building with 4 floors for the first time. Of course they would have to make the floors small in regard to there being 4 floors. Back to the killer and having a kind of hypno gun. I think the killer should use that to shoot, hypnotize survivors, and control them. Maybe a control mechanic where from the survivor's POV, their buttons are reverted, sometimes mixed up. Skill checks appear a lot more frequently and without notification. I see the inspiration of this killer's appearance coming from Noir Spider-Man or Screen Slayer. You know, like that ominous spy look. It's really just a mysterious shadow figure with goggles for me. Looks kinda cool. I was gonna say the chapter could bring in an optional black and white screen filter, maybe on the killer's map, but you just never know if players would enjoy that or not. As cool as that sounds for the game to have a reshade of black and white, it may hinder players' vision sometimes. Overall though, how would you guys feel if a Noir themed chapter was introduced to us in DBD? Before, when I had mentioned anything related to water in DBD, I was talking about Jaws in DBD, which you guys found pretty ridiculous. Now of course I believe a chapter heavily themed around water will probably be one of the most visually beautiful and diverse chapters that ever exist in DBD, because it's like, who can we get as a killer that relates to water in some way? Someone mentioned in my Jaws X DBD video that the map can be submerged in water to the point where survivors spawn into the trial with boots to keep them grounded to the floor, along with oxygen suits. As unique as that sounds, I think behavior will go the more linear route by having the killer be some sort of sea monster who unknowingly unrose from the depths and started destroying the world, like something you see out of Cloverfield. I wouldn't know if water would be used as an element within the power to maybe teleport around the map, or used within the map where the map can be a shore with a boardwalk. If the boardwalk and the shore had like a demolished amusement park, I think that can add more spice to the map. I can only imagine roaming the map to find a gen, only to hear the creaking of the disassembled roller coasters and the monsters scream in the distance. Like, you see these waterfront trailers. Now imagine an amusement park shore which very visibly was destroyed by something we don't know, and the map is actually playable. That would honestly be a dream come true if something like that was to happen in DBD. How would you guys feel if we got a chapter themed around water and a remorseless sea monster in the game? We have a samurai, we have a knight. I think it's time we get some bloodthirsty Viking killer. Something like a deadly Celtic brute Viking who was deceived by the entity into thinking the fog was Valhalla. He can maybe wield a warhammer that he can smash into the ground, causing nearby drop pallets to break and survivors to get knocked back, or down I should say. Not injured though, but just knocked down for a brief period, where then he could potentially follow up with a M1 attack. I could see a Viking killer doing something of that magnitude. Definitely a mechanic that has to do with a lot of aggression, like temporarily knocking down survivors or getting rid of survivors' resources quickly, like breaking pallets and breakable doors within their power. Of course there's plenty of ways to get creative with a Viking killer, but that's for sure one way I can see one. Whatever the Viking can wear is anyone's take, but they must add Viking horns. It would just be hard seeing a Viking without the usual horn ornaments they wear. There's variations to them. I most prefer the ones that come down and curve inward towards the end, like this one shown here, but as long as they include horns in some way, I'll be the happiest man alive. I wouldn't expect the Viking map to look so different from what we got for Night, which was a village, But I guess how they can make it somewhat different is by making it so that the map is on some sort of island where the outskirts of the map you can see the Viking ships. I think that would be pretty neat, because I pretty much see a village or battlefield as a map, considering that's where they usually fight. If Behavior wanted to spice it up and do a forge location or harbor where a ship is included within the map as a main building, I think that would be pretty damn cool. These are overall some of the themes I want to see as chapters in DBD. Which themes would you like to see as a chapter in DBD? Let me know down below. Love y'all, take care, I'ma see y'all on the next one, and peace.